Got any more? Got another question out there? We got in the middle of the audience, gentleman in the black shirt.
Okay. I just want to say first, I really enjoyed the smaller film, that not the big, super business of it all. Just because it tends to focus more on the personal reactions of each of the people in the movie, and it allows you to be able to focus on that more. Whereas more of the bigger movies, you don't really. They have it in there, but it's not as big. And I just want to say that, but. I have one question. I noticed that in this movie you had people getting bitten and turned into zombies, but the girl that shot herself, she was turning into a zombie too. So is that just kind of like a different turn, or just kind of?
No, this is something that I've tried to explain for 40 years. In my premise is that anyone who dies turns into a zombie. Doesn't matter whether you're bitten. It's not about the infection. If you're
See, hell is too
bitten,
full, right? Hell's too full. Yeah. Watch the other ones.
I don't understand why you don't get this. Anyone who dies, the world has changed. There's no more room in hell. The dead are walking the earth. So.
He just wanted you to say that line. That's all.
Anyone who dies becomes a zombie. It's just, God has changed the rules. I think maybe that's, if there is a God. I don't particularly believe there is, but somebody changed the rules. Anyone who dies becomes a zombie. So now, if you're bitten and you're infected, this is, I guess, where the confusion has come from. And I guess that's where the 28 days and all that shit came from. But, that just accelerates the process, but no, it does not. I couldn't help but make fun of that. I had to your ankles, if you were dead, your ankles would snap off if you tried to run. I mean, it depends on how long you were dead, I guess.
All right, so we got the zombie 101 question taken care of. So front row.
It's not. No? Someone will ask this question again.
Not in my theater, they're not going to do it.
Night of the Living Dead, everybody says, how come that dame at the top of the steps didn't come back and kill everybody? Because she was brain dead. Anyway, it's a tough set of rules, man. There is actually there's a set of dialogue in this film. Anyone who gets bit becomes one of them. Anyone who dies becomes one of them. Someone counters. I don't know how she knows that. She intuits it. But, I keep trying to explain. Anyone who dies in my world, anyone who dies, God or whoever the fuck is not allowing you to stay dead.
I would like somebody to quote that line on the internet. I'd like to see that propagated. God or whoever the fuck makes sure that they stay dead. Okay. No repeat question. Here we go. Front row.
Oh, give me a break. Here's this radiation.
You know the rules.
Exactly. Kat says, how come I have strong females in my later films, and basically says, is it an apology? And it exactly is an apology. And I apologize here again, because she says, how come I have to lose my shoes and get my tits pulled down? And, it really is an apology for the first film. And when I made that first film, first of all, zombies to me were these, cats in Haiti that were picking cotton. And women were objects who were just supposed to be terrified and catatonic and didn't do anything. And I just didn't. I grew up on John Wayne movies where he beat up Maureen O'Hara, and I was not sensitive enough to that. And so when I wrote the remake of Night, I tried to change it, and actually in Dawn, I started to sort of apologize, and say, wait a minute. And so maybe I'm over apologizing, but yes, the answer is yes. I'm embarrassed by the fact that Barbara in the original film is so ineffective.
So I think we have time for a couple more questions, but they've got to be really good questions. So think about it before you raise your hand. I want hands down, okay, for 5 seconds. Think about your question, and then I want the good questions back up. Okay, you immediately. I'm rolling with you. First row.
My question is, in every film, somebody who always gets bit thinks that they can beat it, that they can come back. And I want to ask you, I know that you've already explained this, and I just want to say that I always find that in the films to be like one of the most touching moments, is that it points to kind of the arrogance of mankind, that we think like, yeah, we've created all this horrible mess, but somehow we think that we individually, our person, ourselves, can like escape it on our own. Is that what your question?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that really qualifies, sir, as a question.
Is that what you meant?
Is that what you meant? Okay. You can answer yes or no.
I meant every word of that. No. I mean, the question was the people, the hope that people have, but just as the humans or the uninfected in my films try to continue their agenda, you know, and say, well, we're going to beat this motherfucker, and we're going to live the way we want to live. People that are infected or believe that they're infected have this hope. I mean, don't you? I mean, some doc tells you, oh man, you got testicular cancer. You say, oh, I'm going to beat this. You know, I just think that's a natural human thing. I mean, I guess I don't know exactly what your question is. But if I was told that I was dying, I would say, the hell I am. You know, I ain't going to die no matter what you say. So that.
What's your favorite color?
Good question. Oh, that's a.
What's my favorite color? Scotch.
Scotch color. Nice. I don't know. That seems like a really good topper question. I think that we should get this man some Scotch-colored water. And thank you guys for coming out and supporting the film. And thank you once again, George, for being with us and kicking off the festival 2007.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be back here. You guys are sensational. This festival is sensational.